This is the DM's look through Vidorant's vault. There's been a falling out between two members of the Silver Fingers Society. They're a criminal guild. The leader of the society has recently died, and an elf called Nixlana Vidorant and a dwarf called Samfith Goldenbeard opposed each other to take leadership of this society. And Goldenbeard won. Now the pair fell out when they worked together to steal a dwarven ruby diadem, which Nixlana still has in her vault and won't give back, even though Goldenbeard says it's a family heirloom of his. Goldenbeard is determined to take back this ruby no matter what it takes, because Nixlana has been ousted from the society and it's in her vault. The party meets with Samfith Goldenbeard in the Spoke of the Wheel tea room, let's say. So the well-dressed noble explains that it belongs in his family and that's why the characters should go and steal it out of her vault. They are warned that Nixlana is no fool and she's not to be trusted, because she's a criminal obviously. Now former guards can be shadowed and shaken down for information on her vault, such as the defences. Like they can have a guard draw a map, a very basic map, and maybe any passphrases that will aid their theft. Or they might roll bad and get no such thing, and then resort to surveillance, where they follow Nixlana to various appointments with some shady folk around the city. But if they see who she's meeting, that would be a good way to disguise themselves as that person and try and get a meeting with Nixlana, but really, they don't want her there at the time of the theft. Ultimately, walking past a jewellery shop, a lumberyard, a brewery, and a forge, they'll come across an unmarked building on the city's outskirts, wherever that city is that you've plonked it. Getting close, they might hear the weird animal noises coming from within, from the exotic caged animals. This is where you may let them see the two guards which are always on guard, and they've rolled down a rope ladder which always is there, so they can change their rotations of guard watches without troubling anyone inside, because the top door is locked at the top of that balcony. But it's a possible access point for the players. Now the guards themselves use the veteran stats. Let's have a quick peek. A veteran is AC 17, average health of 58. It makes 2 longsword attacks, and if it does have the short sword drawn, it can also make a short sword attack. Longsword is +5 to hit, 7 average slashing, or 8 if doing it with 2 hands. The short sword is +5 and does 6 piercing damage. Then, slung over their backs is a heavy crossbow, +3 to attack, 6 piercing damage average. You can put that on a post-it on your DM screen so you don't have to bother trawling through the monster manual or whatever. It's pretty easy just to do the average damage. 3 guards on the outside and 9 inside, but I would say just wing it. Drop in a guard when you see fit, or roll odds and evens, or don't stress about that too much. Use it to amp up the tension when they hear footsteps coming if they're in a precarious situation. Number 1, the main lobby has a well-polished floor, which really has no bearing on anything. But there is a statue and some chairs down one end where the guards are sitting, always staring at the front door. Area 2, 2 guards playing cards in a stinky room. Now they'll notice that there's a trunk in here, but all it holds is some spare uniforms, which can be useful if you're going to disguise yourself as a guard. Area 3 are open crates full of gems, but there's a pit trap which does 3 average piercing damage and 7 poison. Weirdly, these gems are legit. I would have thought that maybe she would have put these in as fakes to teach any robbers that they're not to mess. But then again, it is a vault, so that's why they can get so much stuff here. Area 4, speaking of which, the shelves are full of potions. There's vials of acid, potions of animal friendship, potions of greater healing, potion of fire resistance, a potion of poison resistance, and 1 potion of water breathing. You can put whatever potions you want in here. But the book wants the PCs to tentatively grab one and make a save and have all of those shatter, just for DM fun. And then the noise, and then the guards come. It's a whole thing. This room also contains a lot of good scrolls. Charm person, cure wounds, detect magic, dispel magic, false life, identify, invisibility, lesser restoration, and non-detection. So these players now get options to pursue. but the spells have to be on your spell list or it's just gibberish. Area 5, 2 big safes holding documents, and both of them are trapped with runes that casts Hold Person and triggers an alarm too. Again, more guards please. The contents is quite underwhelming, but the red diadem is not here. Area 6 has 2 statues that will fire breath, but can be temporarily switched off with a flick of a switch near secret doors that the guards obviously use often. The secret door being behind a massive painting. Area 7, 3 suits of armour. One's just a set of armour, 2 are helmed horrors. A helmed horror has an AC of 20, 60 average health, can fly, which is weird. It's immune to force damage and necrotic damage, and poison. Can't be stunned, which is cool. Can't even be frightened. And also the beauty of this, oh delicious, is immune to 3 spells that you pick. It says typically Fireball, Heat Metal and Lightning Bolt. I say if your guys cast a spell, you decide, hey, that's one of the spells it's immune to. Cruel, I know. Then these things hit back with +6 and 2 longsword attacks. 8 or 9 slashing dependent on how many hands they swing it with. 3 large chests which hold a +1 battle axe, a +1 short sword and a +1 set of scale armour, I believe, are also in this room. But you can swap those weapons out for whatever the players have. What are you using? Oh, I'm using a great axe. Well, there's a +1 great axe. Just keep it fair, I guess. 8. Animals in cages, which long to be let out for some chaos, because obviously that's going to be the first thought. 2 displacer beasts offer the most fun down that path. A displacer beast is large, AC 13, 85 average health. I do full, so 130 for me. If the displacer beast gets to make a save, it will then take only half damage or none. The displacer beast can also cast an illusion, so they don't know which one it really is. Then there's 2 attacks with its tentacles, +6, doing 7 bludgeoning average and 3 piercing average. Area 9, filled with antique books. And a rug almost covers all of this rune. Check the player's perceptions and see whether their passives are above 18 or not. Or you can call for a roll, or you can wait to see if they ask for one. If they don't already know the passphrase, Quixotic, then stepping on the rug will summon an invisible stalker, who waits to see if a book is taken. So, while you have in the invisible condition, I'm talking about the invisible stalker here, you have advantage on the initiative roll, so give it that. Attack rolls against it have disadvantage, and its attack rolls have advantage. The invisible stalker is AC 14, 104 average health, it moves at 50 foot speed, flies, well hovers 50 foot, makes 2 slam attacks, +6, 10 bludgeoning damage each time. There's a secret door to the gallery too here. They can search the books for whatever they're looking for, or you can simply use the 3 given to us by the module. But third-party books like Roll and Play Press's Game Master's Fantasy Toolkit will give us some books on a roll table, such as The Gaunt Graveyard, Notes on Familiars, Battle for the Throne. Discount link in the description for Roll and Play Press's products. 10. The invisible stalker can follow the party a while, especially when they're near this drop into a spike pit trap. There are 2 illusions here. There's a bridge that's an illusion because there's nothing there. There's an illusion of a gap there, which is actually the stone bridge. So it could even push them off onto the spikes and then attack. 11 is merely an unguarded stairwell. 12, this is the balcony manned by 2 guards at all time with the rope ladder coming off. 13, this is Nyx Lana's private quarters, although she doesn't live here, she sometimes sleeps over, very scarcely. There's a locked desk drawer that once inside you'll find some plans of future heists and especially one to rob from Goldenbeard's mate. 14 is 4 trapped cabinets spewing poison gas. DC 12 con, save or 2d10 poison damage for each cabinet opened. And they each contain 1,000 gold pieces. Not bad. There's a fairly obvious secret entrance to the next room as well. Area 15, if you go in the main entrance, a DC 18 will open the locked door. Behind the door is a tripwire which gives 4d10 lightning damage before snapping. 7 glass cases on pedestals, a jewelled human skull worth 2,000 gold, a lost map of Tishanos, or replace it with another one for a future adventure, a royal sceptre worth 2,000 gold pieces, the ruby diadem itself, what we're after, a silver dagger worth 1,000 gold pieces, a dog's collar with diamonds in it worth 1,000, and a book called The Thesis of Mortensaw, who was a necromancer. And you can get a spell scroll of sequester with some downtime, which that actually means that it's a spell scroll which causes things to be hidden well, almost undetectable. Each of the items is protected by 2 alarms, one on the pedestal, so when you lift the thing off it goes off, and one on the item itself. If it leaves this room it goes off, whereby Nixlana Vidorant can teleport in at the sound of an alarm. The book says on the 5th round later, rubbish, bang, she's there immediately. We want to fight this assassin. Now by all means have some more guards arrive by 2nd round, 3rd round, whatever you've got left. But an assassin is AC 15, 78 average health, not bad. Can't be poisoned. Has advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn, and a surprised creature gets a crit against it. She has evasion. If she makes a dex save, she only takes half or no damage. Sneak attack, she can do the extra 14 if she hits with a weapon attack that has advantage on the roll. And then herself, 2 short sword attacks plus 6, 6 piercing, and then a DC 15 con save, taking the 24 poison if possible. She has a light crossbow, plus 6, 7 piercing, same sort of damage. And then she will congratulate them and make them an offer, a better deal. She'll offer them a ring of evasion and gloves of thievery and see what they go with. Then you can return to Goldenbeard, give him the ruby diadem, or join his society, or have a future favour to be called upon, or simply have the cash reward. If they give Goldenbeard any of the paper or the information regarding him and his buddies, Goldenbeard will up the gold payment 2,000 gold. Nice. It's nice and straightforward, you can be dropped in anywhere, pretty useful.